Hey everyone, it's Shayna, and I am here with a couple Stalogies. If you've been kind of watching my feed a little bit on Instagram and some of my Plan With Me's here, you'll notice that I've been using my B6 Stalogy quite a bit. And I'm going to be using that quite a bit more coming up. I'm kind of shifting out of my personal rings-ish. And I've also been using an A6 Stalogy. I haven't been sharing that though because it's mostly for work. But while I have these are the three Stalogy sizes, I figured I would go through them really quick because I'm going to be giving this A5 to a friend, and then these are obviously going to get used. So while I have them here, I thought I'd go through them really quick, just a brief comparison. So they come in these three sizes. This is A6, B6, and A5. This A5 is a half year A5. It's not the full year. These are the full year. The half year only comes in the A5 size. Otherwise, you get the full year size. So, starting with the A6 here, this is, let's move these out of the way here. Okay, so this is 5.8 by 4.1 by 0.6, or what, 14.8 by 10.5 by 1.4 centimeters. The binding is a thread and glue binding. You can kind of see it there. You can kind of see the thread through the back. The cover is a soft cover cardstock. The A6 only comes in the black. The full year comes with 368 unnumbered pages. It has a 5mm grid, and the paper is a 52 GSM. So in comparison to a Hobonichi that has the Tomoe River paper, this is also 52 GSM, but this almost feels coated. I don't know, it has a different feel of paper, the Tomoe, than it does in the Stalogy, which is not Tomoe, but apparently they are both the 52 GSM. So anyway, I think I mentioned the A6 only comes in the black. The only one that comes in colors would be the A5. So I'm just gonna go through the layout kind of quick here. It's kind of hard to see because of my lighting, so I apologize for that, but you can see maybe the grid. Starts up here, ends down here, and then goes across the page. On top here, you can maybe faintly see them, but there's 3 rows of writing here on every page. The top row has January through December, the middle row has Monday through Sunday, and the bottom row has 1 through 31, so you literally can just highlight or circle what day you're using this for, and then just kind of go and use this as a day. There's also numbers down the side here. In the A6, it goes from 8 down to 21, and you get 2 blocks per time slot, so like 8 to 9 has the 2 blocks. But these are, I have my lighting down pretty low right now just so you can maybe see the grid and stuff, but the grid and the writing up here are so faint, they're in a like really light gray, that you can use it if you want to use it, or you can just totally ignore it. Like most of the time I don't even remember that this stuff is here because I just don't even notice it. Otherwise, like, I have covered with washi before if I really cared, but I don't care. But I can see why some people would, because, you know, you still can see it, so you can cover it up or whatever. It does have this, like, beginner page here, which the one thing I'll note is that both on the front cover and the back cover, this very first page I often skip, simply because it's like, I'm not showing it very well here. It's like attached to this page because of the way they have to bind it and stuff. So the first page you'll get that actually properly separates from the cover is really the second page. So I usually skip the first and last page simply because it's just kind of attached more to this cover. But otherwise, you know, it's got this nice gray paper in here. A lot of people will either cover it with vellum, or they'll cover it with acetate or cardstock, or they'll even do like a nice washi dashboard across the whole thing, or just stick stuff in here as is. Or I've just usually left it alone, but I'm probably going to be decorating it soon, depending on which one we're talking about. Like, I've been using this A6. It's the exact same thing. It's just a lot more loved. I have a lot of like random stuff in the beginning here that I was trying to kind of do. So I've got like watercoloring and some different textures and stuff, and some like cards in here even. And then I started using this for work. So past here is kind of work and other notes. But I wanted to keep my personal stuff away from work, so that's why I got this new one. So this one is going to be used personal lists and whatever, again, notes or whatever. This one's going to be strictly work. Let me see if I can find a page. Here's a good page to show kind of how I was using it. So I've been taking like a mild liner, and I've just been like writing the day and outlining it, and then just doing a bullet journal, bullet journaling, and that's great. I love it. And that's what I'm going to be basically doing in here. I'm probably just going to do like a highlighted line and write the name, because I want to use a little less space in this. Obviously this takes up some space, but I'm going to be doing the same basic thing where I'm just doing basically bullet journaling, and there's a bunch of post-it notes and random things in here and stuff. So that's what I'm going to be doing in both of these. Actually, it's just this one's going to be for work. I do have a hand-stitched leather tee cover that I bought from a friend. It has a pocket, elastic, 2 secretarial pockets, and then I slip both sides of the cover in here, and then this acts as the cover. And then I took a chopping mat, like, I don't know, it's a pack of 2 chopping mats from Dollar Tree, and an Amazon adhesive pen loop, and stuck it on here. I was going to actually stick this in the A6 like this, and then I realized that's silly because it can fall out. So I was going to put it in here, and I'm like, well, that doesn't work. So I put it in backwards since I had already stuck that down. But that's how I have my pen loop in here, because it doesn't have a pen loop right now. I love this. Cannot recommend hand-stitched leather tee enough. So that is the A6. Moving on. Here's kind of the comparison of the 3 sizes. Moving on to the B6. This specific B6 I have been using for my Korean language learning, so I have a bunch of notes and stuff in here. Like this is my index pages, and then I took a First Step Korean course, so that's what all of this is. I use lines to separate out the different sections, so like this is all section 1.0, this is section 1.1. So that's kind of how I've been doing that. I have another course I'm going to be taking, so I'm going to write the notes in a different notebook and then copy them into here so I can organize them and review them easier. The grid on here is exactly the same. It is also the 5mm grid. This is the full year again, so it has the 368 pages. 52 GSM. Again, the pages are unnumbered, but in this one I actually numbered the pages since I have an index in the front. I wanted the pages to be numbered. Like the A6, this only comes in a black cover. It has the same soft cover cardstock, thread and glue binding. This one is 7.2 long by 5 inches wide, still the 0.6 deep, or what, 18.2 centimeters by 12.8 centimeters by 1.4 centimeters. This is really handy. Honestly, I am in love with the B6 Stalogy size. I have this one for my Korean, I have one for my travel learning, like my travel agency learning, and I just got another one. It's actually coming in today, and I'm actually going to be using that for my daily planning. How you doing over there, kiddo?
Good.
Oh, good. I'm going to be using that for my daily planning, and you'll see kind of how that works. I'm going to go through a whole planner lineup once I get everything set up. But, yeah, so this is, I love this size. I love both of these sizes, but this is just, there's so much room in here. There's so much room in here. It's amazing. And obviously for notes, it's great. So that's the B6 size. So the last one I have is the A5 size. This specific A5 is a half year, so it has 192 pages. The half year only comes in the black, but the full year, which has the 368 pages, comes in black, red, blue, and yellow. So you can get different colors of the cover, but only in the A5 full year. This has, I think I just said, this has 192 pages, but the full year has 368. The difference in the A5 versus both the B6 and the A6 is that while these both have it's probably, you can't even probably see it. The A6 and the B6 both have a 5mm grid. The A5 size has a 4mm grid. My A5 is upside down. Okay, there we go. So this has a slightly, it's a 1mm smaller grid. And the numbers actually, where the B6 is slightly different too. So the A6, the A6 goes from 8 to 21. The B6 goes from 7 to 23. And the A5 actually goes straight on from 0 to 24. So you could do a full day's worth of stuff in this A5. Again, it has the January through December, Monday through Sunday, 1 through 31 here, in the same very light gray print that these two also have. The size of this is 8.3 long, or 21 centimeters, 5.8 wide, or 14.8 centimeters. The full year would have the same depth of the 0.6 inches or 1.4 centimeters. I didn't grab the dimensions of this, but it's obviously smaller. So, I thought I saw a Post-it note in here. Oh no, that's something I'm giving to a friend. Okay. So that is the comparison. I can do like a neat little comparison chart as well. But honestly, these Stalogies are so nice. I love them. I love them. I love them. I have a ton of them right now, and I'm not even mad about it. So, hopefully that was kind of helpful. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of give an overview of these because you're gonna be seeing these more on my Instagram and on my YouTube because I can't get enough of these right now. So that's all I got. Hopefully, like I said, you got something out of this video. I thank you for being here. I always greatly appreciate you watching my videos. So I will see you in my next video. Bye.